What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode 7, technically, but this is going to be episode 1 of our new segment. We're still working on a name. Right now, it's called Comedy Corner. I'm with my co-hosts, Jacob Seabolt and Connor Ziparo. Guys, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Comedy Corner. I'm wondering where the comedy is coming from because it's not coming from either of you on that side of the screen.
I'm going to agree to disagree there. I like to say I'm the funniest person I know. We'll see if I can hold up to that reputation a little bit. But
all right. We got a good list of topics today that should spark some interesting discussions. This is going to be more of a loosey-goosey kind of thing, just off the tongue. So we'll see. I actually have just a story to start us off. It's kind of a good one. So today, we went to the mall, my mom, my dad, and me, to buy Ryan his birthday gifts for his birthday that's coming up in a week. And one of the things he asked for as a 14-year-old is a lava lamp. So right off 14-year-old boy or girl. That's what first thing I said, lava lamp, are you sure? And he's like, yeah, those are cool. He must have seen it in like Toy Story.
I was going to say, he must have seen it in a movie made in like 15 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. Because those things aren't cool anymore. So one of the only places in the mall, unfortunately, that you can buy a lava lamp happens to be Spencer's. So
okay.
I am a 19-year-old. I'm a 19-year-old. I walk 2 steps into the door with my parents into Spencer's, and I turned right around and walked out. No. And I said, you guys complete this transaction on your own.
I actually got carded at Spencer's. You know the back part that's like all the dildos and shit?
Yeah.
Like the worker came, it was just me and my buddies Christmas break, I was probably freshman year, like your guys' age. And they're like, all right, we're going to need to see some identification for you to be back here. We all had to pull out our IDs and show this 24-year-old noob who worked at Spencer's.
So then my dad comes out of the store and he's like, so we're looking at the lava lamps and they were higher up. So my dad had to ask someone to come grab it. And he's like, I asked the guy to come grab it. And as he's grabbing it, my eyes just wander a couple inches to the left. And he's like, there it was, a big rainbow dick sucker. And I was like, that's what you get at Spencer's. Honestly, I don't know what else to say to that.
I feel like everyone needs it, to try a rainbow dick sucker at some point. I don't know. I feel like that's definitely something that's worth a try.
I don't speak from experience, but I've heard those things are delicious.
Yeah.
So
that reminds me of Blue Mountain State. You guys ever seen the episode where the cock gobblers where his gets hallucinations because they're 4 years expired?
Yep. That was so funny. I think the penis gobblers, that was
that's the name.
So that was just a little personal story to kick it off. Do you guys have anything to just personal life to anything to talk about real quick?
I mean, spent last night in the rain in Ann Arbor watching the basketball team shit the bed against UCLA. That was tough.
No, that was definitely, I imagine that was tough.
I was up to watch that, and I was going to say something first thing right when we did the intros, but I guess we'll get into it now. Handful, Jacob, I feel for you, man. As a Michigan State fan, to think that we had an 11-point lead at the half, we were up by 6 with 5 minutes left in the game. We took them to overtime in the first 4 games, and now that fucking team is in the Final Four. I mean, what could have been, right?
Yeah, no, I definitely see that. I just, the last minute of that game, we had some ridiculous 8 shots to win or tie, and we missed every single one.
Yeah.
So I just, I'm at a
the open look at the end there that it was the second to last chance, I think. That it was Wagner.
Yeah, he airballed it.
Wide open 3 and airballed it for the win. Like, what a chump.
Yeah, but the worst part is I'm pretty sure it was the same shot. Brooks catches like the air ball and just throws up a layup before it even lands.
Yep.
Like 6 seconds left, set your feet, put it back up.
He easily could have probably drawn a foul on that if not made the shot.
Yeah.
So that one was tough.
Yeah.
I think my biggest criticism of that game is why the fuck was it at 10 o'clock on a Tuesday night? They had and the Gonzaga USC game, which I granted UCLA is a West Coast team, I guess, but Gonzaga and USC are both West Coast teams. Like, why is that not the 10 o'clock game? That I don't know. It just 10 o'clock on a Tuesday at my age, kids, it can't be done. Although I was up a little later than.
Yeah, no, I was up all night last night too. I had to. So one of my friends, I had to drive him to the game. And he lives like 30 minutes from Ann Arbor, but like 30 minutes away from me as well. And so I had to drive him back home, then come back home. By the time I got home, it was like 2 a.m. last night. All that just to watch the boys absolutely suck ass too. It's terrible.
As long as you're not eating ass, right?
Yeah, I guess that's right.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
They did a little bit of both, I think, last night. It's not pretty.
So we got, like I said, we got some just kind of mixed topics today. I'm going to go out of order real quick. I want to get this one out of the way. Florida man, this is just the title of the article. Florida man sees Avengers Endgame 191 times to break the Guinness World Record for most consecutive times. What was the actual? So here's the thing that I have to say before I let you guys talk. The previous Guinness World Record was for the other Avengers movie, Infinity War, and it was only 103 times. So this dude not only broke the Guinness World Record, but he went an extra 80 times just to blow it out of the water.
4-hour movie too.
Yeah, that is a long ass movie. And just for the record, that is one of those movies you only have to see once.
Yep.
You don't have to see it a second time, definitely not a third time, and definitely not almost 200 times. That's insane to me.
You're right though. That's the exact kind of movie that once you know the ending, it's like, all right, that's the whole reveal to the movie is the climactic. I can't talk. Sorry guys, my brain moves at snail speed. Climactic ending. And once you see that in those kind of movies, it's like, all right, that was the point. You don't have to see it again. So you're absolutely right.
Yeah, and there's no plot even to that. Of all the Avengers movies, that one is only action. It's just fight scene. This dude dies. The end.
He was.
Which one was it?
Which one was it? He saw Endgame, but the previous Guinness World Record was for Infinity War, which was the one before that.
Yeah, and there's the same story.
Yeah, it is the same story.
It's the same story. You're watching the exact same fight scenes 30 times, 100 times, 200 times. It doesn't even make sense. Pick a good movie if you're going for the record.
I want to know, was he on his phone during these movies? Was he actually sitting down and blogging and taking notes about it like some movie critic? What was he doing during those movies? Did he have his hand in his pants and was just searching
one out?
I'm about to cut that. That was a little too much.
Here's what I want to ask. 2 things. One, this dude, I want to see a picture of him, which they don't show, because I would guess he's probably a lard.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, minimum 300 pounds.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's another thing. No theater is showing the same movie for 191 straight days.
Yeah. He went to multiple theaters.
He went to multiple theaters. He had to travel to set this record, or he had to see it a lot of times in one day.
That is true. Well, yeah, he could just book every ticket for the day, and that's even 10.
This was in the movie theaters?
Yeah.
That makes it even worse.
So the world record
just sat down on his lazy boy and watched it 191 times straight.
The world record he broke was most cinema productions attended of the same film.
Oh my God.
It's very specific.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was my other thing is that what we have too many world records. Next thing you know, I can get a world record for like coffee mugs smashed on my head, or how many freaking 1-a-day vitamins can I take in one day before I die? Like, why do we need all these world records?
Yeah, it's kind of stupid. And especially, I want to know the people who set these world records. How do they find the one for them? How is he flipping through his Guinness World Record book and he was just like, "Yup, this is the one. I'm gonna go see the same movie 190 times."
And not only 190 times, this movie was only in theaters for 90 days. So,
Really?
Jacob, you're a quick math guy. Do some quick math on that.
2.11
Yeah,
Per
it's
day.
like,
So, and that's a long, like Connor said, that's a long movie. That's 8 hours a day you're committing just to Avengers.
that's your work day, baby. 9 to 5. You want to be a world record holder? You got to put in the 9 to 5 on that shit.
I mean, what are we looking at ticket cost wise? $10 a ticket?
True.
So yeah, $10 a ticket, 190. Dude, that's like that's
$2,000
$2,000
to
he's
see
got to
the
be
movie?
making.
Plus concessions.
Yeah.
Plus concessions.
Yeah,
Like,
you know
This
go
guy, this guy probably loved his concession.
Yeah. But he clearly doesn't have a job. You can't work a
Yeah.
job and do that.
Yeah, that is true.
He doesn't
But
have that-
how does he? What is his source of income that he's making enough money to pay for?
$2,000.
That's, you know what? That's kind of more impressive now that I'm thinking about it.
This guy's got some disposable income. You know what this probably is? This is probably like some 70-year-old retired dude
Yes.
who just like wants to feel important.
Yep.
Like he's like, I have the Guinness World Record for seeing this movie, and like he tells that to people when he meets them.
Yep.
He introduces
That's the
himself.
first thing he says.
Hi, my name is George
Yeah.
Georgensen, and I've seen Avengers Endgame 937 times.
Yeah, exactly right. Oh my gosh, bro.
That's so funny.
That's unbelievable.
So Connor, you actually wrote down the next topic I had on here. If you want to head it, it's about SpongeBob.
Oh yeah. Hold on, let me click on the link.
No, you're good. I actually found this. I read like the first couple paragraphs. I found this quite interesting.
Yeah, so they're pulling episodes of SpongeBob. They're pulling episodes of like a bunch of stuff right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Specifically though, the article I found. Wow, I feel like I'm like in like a college class. I was about to like cite my source. The article found on NBC News.
No free ads.
No free ads. We're not sponsored by NBC News. We are the news. 2 SpongeBob SquarePants episodes were pulled by Nickelodeon, and it was due to due to sensitivities surrounding the global real-world pandemic. End quote.
So right off the bat, the first
Pandemic?
what pandemic, first of all, but second of all,
Hold on. That's not what I meant.
Trying to get out of the basement, bro.
this is exactly how I would have spelled quarantine had I not looked it up before I was texting it around to people.
Yeah.
Like just by,
KWAR. Wow.
that just by sounding it out, like I don't know.
Oh, the
But
quarantine crab.
yep.
But my question is, who is like getting offended by an episode not being sensitive to the real world pandemic? Like there are way more offensive things in SpongeBob SquarePants for starters.
I think there's way more offensive episodes in
Yeah.
SpongeBob and like characters and scenes that are way more offensive than a virus episode.
Yeah.
Like if anything, I think people should find this more interesting because they kind of it's an animated creative outlet that predicted a global pandemic similar to
And who is a quarantine offensive to? Like, you know what I'm saying? We're all experiencing the exact same thing. Like we're not, like, it's not offensive. It's just like interesting. That's baffling to me.
So then another thing I had, just the title of the episode, or not the title of the title of the pandemic that was in the SpongeBob was clam flu, which some could mistake for maybe an STD.
Yeah. that feels a little STD like.
Like just yeah. Like if you were trying to slang STDs, clam flu might be something that comes out.
It's just
that sounds awful a lot like the claps.
Yep.
It's just it doesn't make
I wouldn't
sense
know
to me.
what that is.
If you look at like the SpongeBob as a show, every single thing is slightly offensive. He works at a place called the Krusty Krab
Yeah.
in Bikini Bottom.
Yep.
And we're banning an episode about a clam flu.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
There's
then
worse
the
stuff for
other
that.
episode that they took off the air was in season 3. So this was like earlier SpongeBob.
Yeah, that was the OG SpongeBob.
And it was called Midlife Crustacean. And quote, like Connor said, following a standards review in which we determined that some story elements were not kid appropriate, end quote.
Oh, I know this episode.
So could you explain it or a little bit of it? I've never seen. I don't think I've ever seen this.
They try to do a panty raid. That's what they call it. Break into a woman's house and steal her underwear.
Okay.
And yeah, that's not child friendly. I think that's pretty clear. But that's the sort of stuff I was talking about. You know, if we're banning SpongeBob episodes, that's the one to do it.
I agree.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, put that on Adult Swim or something. But like, what are we banning a quarantine episode for? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. To me, it's like if like I know a lot of parents weren't crazy about kids watching SpongeBob growing up. Like I knew like certain friends' parents that
you are the certain friend.
Yeah,
like to me, it's like you can have your kids not watch it. Like there's other channels on. It's not on 24 hours a day, and it's not the only channel that there is on TV. There is on cable. To me, like you have the choice to not watch it. If you're gonna choose to be offended by it, don't watch it.
I agree. I 100% agree.
I sort of agree. I guess the one area where I disagree is like not every parent is like having that helicopter mentality of like overseeing everything their child does on the TV or on video games or on the internet. And so like
giving them free reign.
A 7-year-old whose mom isn't checking what they're putting on the TV might come across an episode of SpongeBob, not even realizing they're doing anything wrong, and get introduced to the idea of stealing women's underwear. Yep. Then next thing you know, they're 18 years old, convicted rapists, like the whole ordeal.
I think a lot of other things go into play with the convicted rapist than watching a SpongeBob.
I'm just saying it starts the downward spiral. They get suspended.
If you were looking for the starting incident, yeah. This was it.
This was it right here.
That was it. They had to see it.
That's it.
Yeah.
SpongeBob did it again.
Yep.
So, just moving on. Let me paint you guys a picture real quick, okay? So,
what kind of picture are we talking? Like pastels, crayons?
Let's say pastel. Let's say pastel, but painted by Ryan. Okay.
So you don't paint with pastels.
Okay. Whatever.
What do you do, brother? I haven't taken an art class since 5th grade.
Pastels are like the thick crayons, right?
Yeah, I think pastels are like crayons, but like with superpowers.
Yeah.
They're bougie crayons.
Yeah, bougie crayons.
Let's just say you're bored one day. Let's say you're just in the house and your parents want to light up a candle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And out comes the McDonald's ketchup scented candle. Now, that's not even the worst one, but that was the headline of this article. McDonald's is deciding to release a whole line of scented candles based on like meals and things that they sell in their store. So ketchup's the one I used because ketchup's the only one I remembered. If the picture ever loads, we could probably get more.
I mean,
quarter pounder.
So,
dude,
quarter pounder candle. What do you think?
Just like I got nothing.
This is what I'll say. Who would want? Oh, that's not how you do it. Who wants an onion scented candle?
Yeah.
That's BO. It's literally BO.
Literally onions, like what they put into the air makes you cry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why are we scenting our candles like that?
It is very weird.
Listen,
I agree. So we got
McDonald's is one of the more successful businesses out there, so I'm not gonna tell them how to do their thing, but this is clearly a miss.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
Can I add something? Is that like at this point they they made, I want to say it was like Gwyneth Paltrow or some famous celebrity. They made like a candle scented after her vagina.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, that was definitely Gwyneth Paltrow.
So
That's
like to
something
me,
she
this
would do.
is like if there's weirdos out there that are buying that, like this is tame to me.
But this isn't even weirdos. Think about the people just like, see, again, we're going to the lards, but like, think about how fat you have to be to buy a McDonald's scented candle.
Or how much of a perv you have to be to buy a vagina
scented.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, keep in mind, what was it, like 2 years ago that the one chick was selling her bath water?
Yep.
Like, there are weird people who buy weird things. And so I guess in that respect, maybe McDonald's knows something about its customers that I don't.
So another thing is that they say it's a quarter pounder scented candle, which is misleading because actually it's everything that goes into a quarter pounder as its own scent. Like the picture right there.
Yeah.
It's got sesame seed bun scented candle, ketchup candle,
Oh, okay.
onion candle, fresh beef, 100% fresh beef candle, pickles, and what's that last one? I can't see it.
Probably mustard.
So you gotta buy all the candles to get the true.
Oh, it's cheese.
Ah, jeez. Well, okay. So when my mom cooks something with 100% fresh beef in it, and it sort of leaves like a smell in the air when she's done cooking, we burn a candle to get rid of the smell.
Smell.
So who is burning a candle to have that smell? And what smell are they trying to get rid of?
Exactly. To me, I think of it as we like candle scent is meant to be clean, like cleanse, like clean, like something that is cleaning or cleansing. Like when I think of McDonald's or like all those smells, I think of the opposite of cleaning. I think dirt. I think grease. I think something like I want to get off the stench off my hands.
Slow service.
Gloves.
Yeah, slow service.
Slow service. Ice cream machine down.
Yeah.
Ice cream machine down. I just want to get rid of that experience out of my head and forget that I made the decision to waste my life getting McDonald's for lunch.
You ever just like eat a lot and then like drive past the McDonald's and you can smell the McDonald's and it makes you feel sick?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like they're not understanding that the smell is like one of the worst parts of what they do.
Yeah. That's a tough one.
But to me, sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
There's so many people that are like addicted to like just like this is a wider question of like we have people, so many obese people and so many people with like undefined eating disorders, like on essentially like such poor diet habits that they think like McDonald's daily is okay, that like these are gonna sell. Like to like think of dirt and that because we were the opportunity to understand what a real burger is, what real meat is. Yep. Like some people don't like. That's all they've ever had is McDonald's meats and smells, and that's like their treat. That's like their meal, and that's how they eat. That's how they live, and that's like they don't associate it with the grease and the dirt that we do per se. Is my
that's true.
Yeah. But one more thing, just about the 100% fresh beef. If you've ever been to a grocery store shopping for ground beef, none of it's 100% beef.
Yeah, that is true.
It's like 80%. So I want to know what McDonald's is meaning when they say 100% ground beef. That confuses me a little
It's
bit.
the first thing they got that's 100% something.
Yeah. But there's just no, like 100% beef. Are you sure? I don't know. That's wild to me.
So now,
what about salmonella?
That is true.
It's like 10% salmonella.
Yeah, I want a candle that's gonna give me salmonella.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Step it up, McDonald's.
So I want you guys to hear me out before we comment on this, because I have now watched the music video.
Oh boy.
And I have now seen the shoe.
I haven't
The song is not terrible.
I didn't like the song. Actually.
Okay, so yeah,
it's catchy.
It's
That's
catchy.
what he does.
You know what?
I think it's catchy. I'm
I
not
agree.
crazy. I'm with Jacob.
And just for the record, so that they know what we're talking about, Lil Nas X, new music video, new song, new shoes, lots of controversy. Apparently, he's a Satan worshiper. So let's get into it.
So
what are your thoughts?
My first thought, I have no problem with people expressing the fact that whatever they support, they support. You know what I mean? Like the Satan is not the bad thing. Two things are bad about it. The music video is god awful.
Yep.
It's like it actually gave me chills, not a good chill.
It's just not choreographed well. Like when you look at and I don't like this one a whole lot either, but the WAP music video.
Yep.
It's disturbing, it's gross, it's like very immoral, but it was well choreographed.
And they're
filmed,
playing to their audience too.
Yeah.
They know guys are gonna go just to see that ass. Nobody is willingly, unless obviously I went to look at it, but I went for a different reason.
Brennan just admitted without saying it that he went to see that ass.
No, I did not. That's not what I'm saying. I went to see what everyone was talking about.
Yeah.
And 2 minutes into the video, I see Lil Nas X on his hands and knees twerking on the devil's dick.
Okay, let's just say, just for the record, that man knows how to pole dance.
Yes.
That is incredibly difficult.
Yep.
He was really good at that.
Yep.
So
He was scary good at it.
I'm not a huge Satan worship guy myself. Not my particular thing. But I can respect the pole dancing.
Yeah, I totally
Absolutely.
respect it.
I mean,
and here's the other thing. The title of this article says that it angers parents. Well, why the fuck are you angry? This goes back to the SpongeBob thing that Connor was talking about. Even this, you have more control over, I would say, than a Sponge, because this isn't playing on live TV. You have to go look it up to find this. This is, I don't understand the anger part of it.
I think one problem with Lil Nas X right now is he started off as the guy who did Old Town Road, right?
Yep.
And that song was popular with everyone. It was a pretty PG song for, I don't know what kind of music we're going to even call it, rap, country, pop, whatever. Whatever. It was a pretty PG song. And I think that he doesn't want to be a PG artist, but he's got a PG fan base.
Yep.
And so
he does. He has established that.
I think you see the same thing with Ariana Grande. Some of her music right now, it's like you don't realize it's 12-year-old girls listening to your songs.
Yep.
Yeah, the song in her last album that was "Fuck Me Till the Daylight," it was just all about her getting the pipe.
I'm clipping that and just putting that.
Yeah, but no, I have a little sister. Does she listen to Ariana Grande? I don't know. I hope not.
Yeah, I mean,
but I know she watched Victorious.
Yes, exactly. And people who watch Victorious, and Sam and Cat, which was a less popular but still popular. I don't know. Did you see the tweet conversation where he told that girl that he was gonna fuck her dad? Did you see that?
I did.
Yeah, she said, "Do you even see your dad anymore?" She said something. This was the first part of it. "Do you even see your dad anymore?" And then it was something else. And he responded, quote tweeted it, and responded, "Yep, and I might just fuck yours."
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Bro, I mean, listen, he's clearly got a sense of humor about himself, which is good. Anyone who can laugh at themselves a little bit or just make jokes in general is chill. But the the Satan worshiping thing, you've just got to be careful with who your audience is and what you're trying to say. Also, for the record, didn't really fit the song.
No.
Yeah.
It seemed a little forced, It was like he was trying to do too much with a song that was, somewhat upbeat sounding.
Yep.
Yeah, and he was like the beginning of the music video is just poorly produced, whatever you want to call it, happier place, and then he just plummets into the Satan and it's just rubbing his junk in his face. But it's free to me. It's free speech. He has every right in the world to do this and say this, and I understand being critical of it. I understand not liking it, but I can't understand you can't to criticize Lil Nas X personally. I think is taking it too far.
I agree with that.
Saying that he's doing something illegal or he's doing some disservice. He's not putting maybe the best message, but he is well within any.
Yeah, and he's an artist. This is what those creative types do.
Exactly.
Remember when Lady Gaga was going through that phase where she was wearing meat dresses and stuff like
that?
These are very creative minded people. I don't think we can expect them to like think the exact same way we do.
Yeah.
When they're doing their art.
Yeah. The other thing, just really quick before we move on, I wanted to talk about was that he is being sued. Did you see that?
Yeah,
He's
over
being
the
sued
shoes.
by Nike over the
Well,
shoes.
so not him, the company that actually manufactures.
Because what he did is basically bought 100 pair or 666 pairs of the white. What is the shoe? Is it the Air Max? Is that what it
The
is?
shoe is terrible.
But
It
here's
looks awful, yeah.
the
The shoe is awful.
just plain white, and then had this company design them with the this. What is the satanic logo? What is the star called? The satanic star.
Oh, pentagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with the pentagram on it, and then the reported drop of human blood in the back.
Yeah, which, by the way, for the record, there's not a drop of human blood on these shoes.
I agree.
There's not.
And if it is, it's his own.
It's a publicity stunt. This man doesn't have access to that many drops of human blood. Like where's he getting 666 drops?
He doesn't work at no morgue.
Yeah, like
Exactly.
you can't just it's not like you can just get blood. Like there's like you have to get on like a list just to get blood in the first place.
Well,
and like, you have to have a reason to be on those lists. So you'd have to be blood that was like donated to him specifically.
Yeah.
Which is beyond fucked up.
Yeah, if that's what he used
but
for.
he is obviously like paint or something.
Yeah.
Like, and so I don't like people getting all pressed. It's a biohazard.
He
Blood
did.
on the shoes. Like, shut up.
The only upside to the shoes, we did talk, they were horrible. He made $666,000. He sold them at $1,000 a piece, and they sold out in like 5 minutes. So,
But you gotta
Kinda
imagine. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely 666 people willing to wear Satan worship
totally,
shoes.
100%. Just
Or
think about
just-
throughout the country, like
Or just massive stands of his who
Yep.
like just do whatever he says.
Yep.
But I imagine all of that money is gonna end up going somewhere else, whether it's to like Nike or to his legal team.
legal team
I mean,
probably.
I know he's not the one getting sued, but I'm sure all the revenue is going to this company, and then they're
Yeah,
paying
because
him
he
out.
was the one who like
Yeah.
yeah. Go ahead.
Like 666 grand if you're in a lawsuit with Nike, that's like your legal fee right there.
It's chump change for Nike.
Yeah. 'Cause Nike is going to embarrass you, take everything you have.
Yep. It's
Well, $666 to Nike is so little that they'll just settle.
Yeah.
Even try to take him to court.
Yeah. I mean, because
Might get him to settle. I should say that.
yeah, the company can't even. I mean, Nike can. The other company can't even.
that other
afford
company.
that.
I would assume going to battle with Nike, they might get shut down for this because it's not. Is it a big company?
I had never heard of it.
I've never heard of it. So
But it's just. It seems like an odd publicity move because you know that what you're doing is illegal.
Yep.
You do it anyway, and you do it in a way that tries to blow up and go viral. Like, you're obviously not going to get what you want out of that.
Yep.
Yeah, but one thing on that though, we're talking about him, right? He's in every single news. Like, no, to me, no publicity is bad publicity, kind of thing. Everyone's in the video now.
Yeah.
Look it up. Like, it's probably got to have over 1 million views. No.
I'll
Oh,
pop that up
definitely.
right now. We'll see. I'll while I'm looking it up, Connor, you can roll us into the next thing, and I'll just tell you the number.
It's got 59 million views.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
that was fast.
Easy money. Like he may not have made a buck off the shoes once Nike gets their hands on the company and all that.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, he's got another viral song, another viral video. That he's
And more
by all
people
means
know his name.
a self-marketing genius.
Yeah, I agree.
That just was one of the most viral songs ever, and everything he puts out since then, he gets to blow up pretty big.
So Connor, I'll let you do the next topic, and then Jacob, you can do the topic after that.
Sure, why not?
So,
Okay,
go
which
ahead.
one I pick?
You picked the UFO one,
Okay.
or you could pick any one. I meant
Yeah,
the
I
one
don't
that-
want to do that one.
Yeah, go ahead, pick a different one. That's
I
fine.
want to do one of the ones. I want to do this one.
We can go out of order. Okay.
In
Go.
crochet is the one I want to look at. Seattle woman finds 1 kilo of cocaine in crochet kit she bought at thrift store. Suspicious package gave an odd odor.
So, right off the bat, who is buying a kilo of cocaine and then just leaving it in a croquet bag?
It was clearly meant for someone else. I think it was placed there for someone to like. 1 kilo was not just randomly placed there and forgotten about.
Yeah, a kilo of cocaine is worth $10,000 or something like that.
Yeah,
that's not like chump change. I mean, it depends on the cocaine dealer, I guess. But you know, but that's a lot. That's a lot of the drug right there.
Chump change for Jeff Bezos' dealer, but
yeah.
Do you guys know what a glowworm is?
It's a
kid toy.
Like it's like a kid's toy.
Oh, it's right there. Okay. So apparently, when this is just another thing that's linked in there. They bought at the same thrift store. They bought a glowworm, which is like, it looks like a little baby toy counter if you can't see it. And they found a sandwich bag with over 5,000 pills believed to be fentanyl.
So here's what I'm seeing right now. Whoever owns this thrift store is a drug dealer.
Yep.
Or is a mule for a drug dealer.
Yep.
And they are trying to take products that they don't think will be sold to normal people, put the drugs inside them, have the customers come, buy those products, and it looks as not suspicious as possible. And so the real problem here is that there are people dumb enough to buy glowworms and crochet kits from a thrift store. What are you doing?
Why are you buying a crochet kit from a thrift store is my question.
There's your problem. You don't want to accidentally get a kilo of cocaine. Don't buy a crochet kit.
Thrift store.
Don't do that. Don't buy a glowworm. I think glowworms were like one of those 90s kids toys or like 2000 kids toys. Like maybe we had them.
So what is
like I don't think you see glowworms in Walmart anymore.
Yeah, this was published in February, at the end of February, which means it was quite recently that those parents were trying to buy that toy.
Yeah, and also don't sell drugs out of your thrift store.
Yeah, it's just a bad.
Like I don't think people realize, like, just literally if you're selling a kilo of cocaine, just go somewhere where no one else will see you. It's not like you can't fit a kilo of cocaine in a purse. People are trying to be too intricate with the process so that they feel like they're in like a gangster movie or something.
They feel like they're an actual cartel.
Yeah, calm down. You're selling a kilo of cocaine, put it in your trunk, drive to some like state park or some shit. Boom.
And some hippies and rich white kids and
sell your drugs.
There you go, Cartel 101 with the D3 dropouts.
Yeah.
How to run a cartel.
You do not need a thrift store to run a cartel.
I agree.
Not something you need.
So go ahead, Jacob. I'll let you feed us into the next one.
Let's see here. Godzilla versus King Kong.
That's so. Right off the bat, I know this is a new movie.
I'm personally not seeing this one in theaters.
I was just about to say that I will not be spending any money to watch this. I will wait till it comes out for free.
I know it's gonna be on either Hulu or Netflix. I got Hulu and Netflix.
Yep.
I can wait because I don't mean to be that guy, but like I'm so tired of action movies that take place in big cities and the whole city gets destroyed, but then everyone pretends like everything's okay at the end. That's exhausting to watch those same movies go over and over again.
And so they're actually streaming it. I'm reading into this article. They're streaming it on HBO Max. And what I'll say is that they're saying they're expecting over $20 million over the holiday weekend, which is this holiday weekend, coming up this weekend. So, all right, okay. What are we? Oh my God.
We're going to have to cut this part.
Yeah, we're cutting that part. Sorry.
What's wrong?
The video was playing and it was fucking with my headphones.
Now all you have open is DTE.
Yep. Yeah. I'll just talk based off of what I saw. $20 million over this weekend, which for some the weekend is 2 or 3. For some it's 3. Either way, I think this is way highballing this movie.
Yeah, to me, it's like King Kong is a classic for older people than us. We haven't gotten like a true good King Kong or Godzilla for that matter in kind of our life. Like the classic versions of the movies are kind of before our time. And I think the more you remake, I mean, basically all they do now is they just try to remake something. They just make half-ass sequels based on hits. Just make the movie again. Like do another Avengers, do another this, do another that.
Yeah, you guys remember Batman versus Superman?
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I don't know which fan base it was that spawned the idea that King Kong and Godzilla are like counterparts.
Yeah.
But I'm not big on that. Like we're talking about a giant monkey versus something that literally doesn't exist. And what they both like destroy cities, so we're gonna
make them fight each other instead and
Yeah.
destroy another
Yeah,
city.
so they're gonna fight each other instead of people. But there's also going to be people that they're killing at the same time while they're killing each other.
Yeah. You know what I'd like to see? Take a terrible movie idea like this. Like one of these boring, like clearly going to be an action type movie that grosses a ton of money but sucks. Take one of those ideas and then have Scorsese, Christopher Nolan, Quentin Tarantino, one of those guys, like somehow direct and write it and turn the idea into an actual good movie.
Yeah, so take the story and kind of
take one of these terrible ideas and have them do it. Like
I agree.
It was Christopher Nolan who did the Batman trilogy, wasn't it?
Yep.
And
Correct.
Yeah,
those are the greatest superhero movies of all time.
Yeah, you and they're just superhero movies, but they're just so much more well done. I feel like,
and it feels a little more real. Like you were talking about, this is so unrealistic.
Yeah,
I think those movies feel pretty real.
Yeah,
for the most part.
Those are the only hits DC's ever had. I think. These are garbage.
Their Wolverine movie is horrible.
That's Marvel.
Oh, is it? Oh, is more
Marvel? DC is like the Superman's.
Bro, the Green Lantern movie.
Suicide Squad.
Disaster?
Suicide Squad wasn't
terrible. It was not good by any means, but it wasn't terrible. Yeah. And once again, after the Joker from the Dark Knight trilogy, I never saw the new Joker movie, to be fair, but like recasting the Joker and like a PG-13 type film, it's just like it's a waste of your time. You're not gonna do it.
I personally kind of like the new one.
I thought the Joker was really good. I
haven't seen it, and I've heard the same thing. But I think that's such a different slant. That's not even like a superhero movie.
Yeah,
I agree. I had a hard. Well, see, that's what I think was so beautiful about it, is that they were able to like paint this character, this villain, and kind of like
show how he became
a villain, and that he was just a normal person, and that like it had the same kind of characteristics like structurally as maybe a superhero movie, but it was like in the end it was backwards because he became a villain.
Yeah.
And it had all this mental health. It brought out like a lot of like current
suicide
issues
and stuff like that. Yeah.
I don't know. I thought that was Joaquin Phoenix is the Joker in that. And my only thing with that is that like Heath Ledger, rest in peace, did such a beautiful job. Like it's one of the best acting jobs ever.
Yeah.
I mean, the man literally deprived himself of sleep to go literally insane for the role. And that kind of, I don't know, like I don't know how you put it, but like
it's an immortalized performance.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like it's just it's hard to repeat because they're just different. Like it looks like a different like you could tell it's a different person. It's a different kind of mayhem behind the character.
Yeah. I mean, just going back to the Godzilla Kong movie, like who are the characters
in the King Kong movie?
In Godzilla versus Kong, I don't know.
Yeah, but the reoccurring he means. Like if they're making.
I know.
Yeah, but like
I agree.
are we just following these two like beasts as they just fight each other for God knows what reason?
Yep.
Like that's not a movie. That's a money grab.
Yeah, I think the appeal to it is in a demographic that is like not ours.
Yeah.
Like I have the same opinion as you, but I could see somewhat of the appeal. I don't think it's gonna. I think it's gonna be a hit, like they say, purely because of the names. To be honest,
Yeah.
not because of the actual quality of the movie, which is a lot of the case these days, or the case a lot of the time.
So I'm gonna kick us off on this next topic, and then I need to run to the bathroom real quick. So you guys can.
We should probably do. Should we call this one the last one then?
If you want to, we got a couple. I have at least 2 or 3 more.
All right, we'll do
Go
2 more. Let's do 2 more.
Okay. This one could be short, so depending on how short this is, I just thought this was kind of funny. 53-year-old ex-mafia man. He's been on the run for 7 years in Italy from the Polizia, or whatever they call it in Italy. And he basically made a cooking show on YouTube with his wife, and it was widely popular. And whoever released the YouTube video, I'm sure it was like a producer or something like that, accidentally put his real name. So his mafia name was in the credits, and they caught him.
Wow.
So I'll let you guys talk on that. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, I don't really know where to take this one, to be honest, but like that's just a dumb mistake.
Yeah. I mean, how does a guy who's gonna get caught that easily survive that long without getting caught?
Yeah, I know. You would think like
it's got to be routine for him to just know, okay, not my real name, my fake name.
Yeah, no, it makes you think like you said, someone that's been like a part of the whatever it is, the drug game,
Yeah.
for a while, that like he would make such a like dumb and like quick like bad slip up that like it almost gets my like put your tinfoil hat on for a second, but like almost gets you thinking that he was set up by someone within.
Yeah.
How do you make such a mistake like that?
Yeah, it's just that those are the easy ones that you don't mess up because like you know not to use your real name. You know, if you're that type of person and you're gonna get caught, like it's got to be more intricate than that. It's got to be more difficult than that. That doesn't add up that he would just get caught that easily.
So I'm confused though with the story. Was he like a director in the movie? Like
that's what I'm trying to figure out right now.
Because
so
they just recently caught El Chapo's wife too.
Wait, what happened with El Chapo's wife?
They caught her like in like West Virginia.
That's wild.
Probably a month ago.
Wait, was she like caught for something like similar? Or was it like?
Yeah, it was kind of like just a silly. She made just one little slip up like that, and
yeah,
they got her. That's all they need. I mean, they know where these people are and what they're doing. They know they're doing bad things. They just need the actual proof to be able to like, get a warrant, all that jazz. You actually bring them in. And all it takes is that one little slip. So.
Another thing that I'll say just really quickly, if you're a wanted fugitive, you don't need a YouTube channel.
Did he have a YouTube channel?
Like, yeah. He had an Italian food YouTube channel. Like you are
putting your face out there.
Fugitive.
First of all.
I mean, and like the YouTube is such a populated media form. Like it's not that big of a deal to post a video because you're not going to get caught with the video, but you're just increasing the risks that you're taking over YouTube.
See, I wanted to go look at this guy's YouTube to see it, but they say they don't list the
like I'm sorry, if I was a fugitive, the FBI is looking for me, I don't need YouTube.
No, definitely not YouTube.
I don't even know if I need Wi-Fi.
Maybe a podcast at the most, where you talk about it, but don't like he obviously had a fake name, and that's why they're making such a big deal about the guy using his real name. But either way, I agree.
But like, you don't need any social media. You don't.
Yeah.
Like
You won at this point.
You're 53, so like Facebook is good enough for you, and like you don't need Instagram.
And you've evaded the cops for 7 years
Yeah,
already.
so like, don't make a
We
YouTube
paused for a
channel.
second. He's 53. Facebook is good enough for you.
like, what are you doing? You're 53 years old. You're a wanted fugitive. Why do you have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, no, I 100%.
That's
I just love the appropriation that we put for like Facebook being like the mom and dad app, social media app.
It is though. Like
It is. Yeah.
He's basically my parents' age. They use Facebook.
Yeah.
My mom has an Instagram.
That's what I was gonna say. You're calling out your mom who has an Instagram.
But like she can because she's not a fugitive. And like my mom's life would not be different if she never got Instagram. She would be the same person.
Yep.
Instagram is not nearly as important to people over the age of 50 as it is to people our age.
And realistically, it's not even that important at all. But like,
And
that's a whole nother debate.
yeah, no, we're not.
we
won't get into that.
But and YouTube is like miles less important.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
You don't need a YouTube channel.
I just find it funny that he's like, man, I'm gonna cook some baked ziti al forno, and then I'm gonna go have these people killed tonight.
Yeah.
I post
Exactly.
catch the premiere as I kill 16 people for not getting their drugs on time.
He drops his new lasagna recipe and then launders $10 million.
Yeah.
Unreal.
So getting down to the final couple topics. This one, I just kind of, this is barely a topic. I just thought we would react to some of these because I did scroll through some of these, and the headline is, and take us as like, just like as lightly as possible. The headline is the 20 funniest tweets from women this week. Okay, so some of these are probably funny to, let's just say, other people for the sake of not getting canceled. But
let's keep it.
Let's just read a couple of them. We'll see how we react to them. Very like light reactions.
Yeah.
This one reads, and we're not going to read who tweeted it. We don't want to do that. But this one says, being adult is basically just lemon water and disappointment. So right off the bat, not funny at all. it's more funny.
Oh, that thing! You put that thing on the milk carton real quick.
I mean, so let's just keep going. I want to see how you guys react.
All right, try and make me laugh.
Sometimes I want to pronounce pirates pirates so that it rhymes with Pilates.
So like, what is this? I'm sorry, I missed the like. What are we reading here?
Oh, okay. So the headline is the 20 funniest tweets from women this week.
Oh, God.
So next,
Just keep reading. Just keep reading.
We'll read a couple more. I just want to. Please, when the time comes to leak my nudes and not my Spotify most listened to playlist, please. Oh, it says please.
To restart.
No, I read it.
I feel like you added a couple words.
Please, when the time comes. Oh, please, when the time comes, leak my nudes and not my Spotify most listened to playlist.
That's okay.
I would rather have my most listened to playlist than my nudes, if I'm being honest.
Let me make this very clear. You have shitty music taste, and you should be insecure about it. So I guess it's better to, you know what? You should be more insecure about your bad music taste than you should be about your body. So absolutely.
Jacob's out here promoting body security and body confidence, and
you know what?
Let's end body insecurity.
Yeah, good for you for being
insecurity is even worse than that.
Yeah, good for you for being body positive and stuff, and you should absolutely just be ashamed of your music taste.
Such a great quote.
Yeah. I don't even know like if your music taste is genuinely more concerning to you than the way you look naked, like you have terrible music taste. I'm sorry, I don't know a single person who isn't insecure about that. Like,
Yeah, I feel,
like
She
Like,
must
how-
either be an Instagram model or
Yeah.
she has horrible
Like,
horrible
horrible
music.
music.
Like BTS.
Like my last 5 playlists could all be just Taylor Swift, and I would still say no. You know what? If I like leak that, I will keep this private.
I'm gonna keep this closed.
Yeah, like that is shocking to me. All right, give me
So-
another one.
Yeah, these ones aren't even funny. I don't know how this got to 20 funniest tweets. Like this one says, and I quote, "The only thing a bar has ever cut me off from is karaoke." That's so not true. If you're tweeting, just by the look of this lady's profile picture, it's not true.
If you're getting, and can I add one thing? If you're getting cut off for karaoke, you probably already gotten cut off from drinks. So.
Yeah. I don't know how bad of a singer you are to lose karaoke privileges first, but yeah, no.
You're probably to put it lightly, you're probably a little tipsy if you're
she's falling down when she gets up from her seat at the bar.
Yeah, she's clearly been cut
Yeah.
off like an hour ago.
Yeah.
100%.
She might not realize she's been cut off, but like they're pouring water in the shot glass and like
Yeah, the only
Yeah.
part she remembers from the night is the karaoke, but little did she know she got like
yeah.
cut off from the entire bar and there's no one
Yeah.
there.
I just don't get how these at all were like made the top 20 funny. I feel
Yeah.
like there's definitely funnier women out there.
There's gotta be.
This is a misrepresentation of how funny women are.
This is slanderous. I'm reading these. This is
Connor scoffs.
yeah. Like there's better stuff. No, you know what this is a reflection on? The person who put these together, who compiled this. They
Yeah.
have the bad sense of humor.
Yeah.
we should just call them out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
No.
find out.
No
Oh,
No
it's-
names. No
oh.
names.
No names.
No names.
Not-
They're
We-
trying their hardest.
We don't give out free shout outs like that.
This one it's not even funny. It's just like she definitely read it somewhere, or
Yeah,
she thought of it while she was in the shower and thought it was a lot funnier.
Yeah.
Says the fact that Head and Shoulders does not have a body wash called Knees and Toes disappoints me. Now, why would that be the case? Your shoulders are also part of your body. For those listening,
Yeah.
so like I don't know about I do not use shampoo to wash my shoulders.
Love the way that Brennan was like, now why would that be the case?
No, but
He took it so literally.
I do because
But,
like
I understand the attempt at the joke.
yeah, I
The,
get it.
the effort's there, and
E for effort, F for funniness.
yeah,
Yeah, that's all you got to say on that
Like-
one. I don't get it.
I shrug at that. Like imagine if you like, because like, keep in mind these are the 20 funniest tweets, right? These are the funniest ones. Imagine if you went to watch like a stand-up comedian perform and they said that. Like nobody, like the crowd would just like look at them awkwardly.
Yep.
And
They would get booed.
yeah, like that's like ah geez. Like that's like the sort of joke you make to like make people laugh at the fact that it's not funny.
Yep, 100%. Like
Yeah.
you slide it in between like
Yeah.
a couple. Yeah,
Yeah, like
I agree.
like that's like ironically like it's funny because it's like so not funny.
Yes. Coming to the final one. We'll do this one and one more because the last one is at the top. But this guy got his final paycheck from work. This is actually this has been going kind of viral. He got his final paycheck from work. It was $915, I believe, and he got it in all pennies with a "fuck you" note on top of it from his boss. Thoughts?
Apparently, I had heard too that that is not like the first time the boss had done something like kind of like spiteful like that with other people. Like he was not that specifically, but he was notorious for doing like really like obscene things like that.
Oh, they were also. So here's what it says. It says the guy, we're not gonna no names, received a delivery of over 90,000 1-cent coins, all soaked in greasy oil and dumped on his driveway. That just sounds like a dickhead of a boss.
Yeah, and so just I don't know where the guy worked, but that's $900 for your last 2 weeks. Probably it's about probably a 2-week paycheck. That's not a ton of money. Like, what kind of dick do you have to be to pay a guy his $900 over 2 weeks in pennies?
Yeah,
I wonder what the guy did, like what the employee did. He deserved that.
He's the one who quit, though, isn't he? He quit, didn't get fired.
Yeah, here's it says he sent in his 2-week resignation letter, and then like when he resigned, that I guess those 2 weeks, that paycheck, like you said, Jacob, it was in pennies. I don't get the oil soaking. Like that's even more of a dickhead.
Yeah, it's like, listen, I'm gonna be honest. I had a job end over the winter, and I waited 3 months to get my last paycheck. I held out because I didn't want to go back and get the last paycheck, and they mailed it to me.
Especially with the awkward leave we both had.
Yeah,
It was
we had
very
a
awkward.
uncomfortable leave. Like, that was a rough scene at that place of work, that establishment.
No names.
Yeah, no names. Like I literally made them sit on my check for 3 months.
Yep.
I was somewhat lazy when I worked that job. I wasn't great. I mean, that's not my general attitude towards things, but it was like I needed a job over winter, and so I got a job in retail. And
We
just,
worked that bitch too,
yeah,
man. We
I
worked that bitch.
worked that shit, and they still mailed me my check. They
Imagine
texted
if
me
you
like
did
4 times asking me to come get it. I didn't. They mailed me. So either this guy was a terrible employee, absolute disaster. Something had to go seriously wrong after he handed in his resignation notice, or his boss is out of his freaking mind.
Can I tell you one thing that this like reminds me of a funny story that I did?
Yeah,
Go ahead.
But what this makes me think of is that poor person that's going to at the bank that's going to count 918,000 pennies. Or what is that? Is that right?
It was
900.
91,515 to be completely
91,000.
exact.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, a young Connor Ziparo made a waitress at B-Dubs, or paid a bill, a $19 bill, in all nickels, dimes, and quarters.
Oh boy.
The waitress sat at the table and had to count out $20.
Oh my gosh.
It's just sitting there like $9.91, $9.97, like that. So like my buddy asked, was probably like Brendan, like I was probably like Connor's age.
Oh boy.
And a buddy asked me to go to B-Dubs on like a snow day. And I was like, yeah, sure. And I'm like searching my room for money because I don't really have a wallet at this point, and no money. Go in my brother's room, no money. I go in my brother's closet, and he's got a piggy bank full of like coins. And I grab just the biggest handful of this and go, hopefully that's enough today, mofos. And I go to B-Dubs. I'm sitting there sweating. Like you can hear the chain every time I move in my chair. Like you can hear the chain. My pocket is just full of coins. And she's like, she brings the bill out. My buddy gives her a card. She's like, "How are you paying?" I just go, like this. And she sat there for like 10 minutes just counting it out. And she's like, I don't even want like a tip. She wanted to accept just the bill because she did with counting like another $3, $4
Oh
tip.
my gosh.
I was just about to say you should have left her a nice little tip, but
Yeah.
I guess that's
Yeah,
awesome.
tipping nickels and dimes.
That's beautiful.
That's funny, Connor. That's unfortunate for the lady. I'm sorry if you're watching this. I doubt she
Jacob's
is.
waitress in 2015. I'm sorry.
And then the last topic. This one is kind of good, actually. You guys know who Mike Rappaport is?
Yeah.
So I'm sure you've seen this. This has been going around on Twitter.
Yeah.
He leaked his DMs with KD. Really did him no justice, if I'm going to be honest. KD looks like the man in these I'll read you them, but the language is quite so it starts off KD calls him a bitch. Then this was back a while ago when Mike Rappaport was trying to get him to do a podcast. And he said, just do the fucking interview. And if you're upset about something that we've said, say something. Up there looking like you were going to cry and shit. So KD decides to respond, I did the interview, you dickhead. Tell your baby daddy Chuck to be better at his job and frame his questions better. He gave me 2 options for that dumbass question, yes or no. So then it continues. And
What was the question in context here?
I think it was about him going to Brooklyn.
Okay.
So then this one is more like, I think he responds. Yeah, he responded one time in all of these tweets. KD comes at him and says, I heard it all before you. Should I say that? Should I just read it?
Yeah, just
all right,
go
I'll just
for
read it. He says, I've heard it all before you, cunt. Chuck doesn't need you as security, you pale, pasty, cum-guzzling bitch.
Oh my gosh.
This is KD, by the way.
Yeah.
I swear I'm going to spit in your face when I see your dirty ass. Bet your life on it. Meet me now on West 17th tomorrow at 10 a.m. Oh, he says meet me on, not now. Or better yet, what's your address? 10 a.m. at Catch Steak on the corner. Meet me there, pussy. This is still all KD. Then he comes back and he says, all Mike says basically is go help these kids in Brooklyn and stop being a fucking puzz. P-U-Z-Z.
All right. So before we go any further, KD is notorious, just cares way too much what people think about him, kind of deal, with all the banners and there's no reason that he should be responding to Michael Rappaport, who is an absolute clown.
Yeah.
Clown of clowns. And there's no reason to be responding to this guy. So I think of this as both of these people are absolute clowns, and this is pathetic to hear this.
So then they go on a little bit. KD calls him a fucking pale cocksucker. Says go get some sun. It's fucking with your brain. Then he calls him a piece of shit. Then Michael Rappaport just again saying go help the people of Brownsville and help the people that need it. Goofball. That is the comeback. He says to all these cum-guzzling, pale bitch, he says goofball. So then KD says, you go do it, clown. Good for you, but nobody gives a fuck. Suck a dick. Can't wait to tell you this in person. Then, this one, holy shit. This is the one he released on his Instagram that is getting a ton of... Okay, what's going on here? Someone want to pull this up and read it? It's not really working.
Yeah, your computer's glitching out a little bit.
All right, my computer's glitching.
I think we got the gist of it.
I just thought this was hilarious because KD is just fucking on him, and he just comes back with goofball. Or
that's what Michael Rappaport is. He's a meaningful just never thinks about what he's saying, and is just an absolute idiot when it comes to this kind of stuff. But I'll go back to it again. If I'm KD, why am I why am I calling this guy all these obscenities over this stuff that doesn't matter? That's why that's why nobody likes KD.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of the athletes taking media so seriously and taking themselves so seriously. Keep in mind, Kevin Durant, when you watch this, you've
come on the pod. And
we'll talk this out. Yeah.
I dare you to say the things you said to Michael Rappaport. Say them to me. Say them to
Say him to me, Kevin.
You puzz.
Kevin. But like, this is the dude that leaves teams to go join super teams
And then joins a different super team.
all the time. Just and keep in mind, his only purpose in life, and I'm convinced he sees himself as a character in a movie, and the story arc is him versus LeBron James. That's how I think he sees himself, and he just thinks that he's got to take on the world and have this chip on his shoulder, and he sees himself as the villain putting together the team to take down LeBron James.
He sees himself as the villain, but he doesn't want to be the villain. So
yeah,
like this to everybody.
yeah, it's all this like righteous indignation bullshit. Like, dude, like you're one of the best basketball players alive. Like, just
Deal.
Like you don't need to respond to some guy who doesn't like you. You don't need to play with the chip on your shoulder. He's so worried about what everyone thinks of him.
Keep in mind, Michael Rappaport is also the guy who went to the red carpet with like herpes on his lip, like a ton of it. It was really like leprosy type herpes. I mean, it was bad.
That's the other thing. It's not like you're talking to some serious like media official like if this guy shits on you, I don't even know what Rappaport said, but like you sort of shrug that off, and it's almost like a compliment, right? It's like okay, good. I'm not one of his people. I'm on the other side.
Yep.
Yeah. If I'm Rappaport, I'm loving this. Like,
yeah,
the best players basketball is DMing me all this calling all these names. Like, I am eating this up. This is great for my as a media guy. This is great.
A descending media guy. Let's get that correct.
Yeah.
He's
yeah.
That's all I got. That's all I got from that. I think we ran through the topics with
we wrapped it up. This was a great little power hour comedy corner, whatever Brennan's gonna end up calling this.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of names as we've been talking about it. I don't know yet.
We'll come up with something.
But do you guys got anything else before we?
Oh, I'm just sitting here smelling my socks.
Oh boy.
Oh, absolutely.
Last episode it was his underwear on camera. Now it's his socks. Do you remember that, Connor? He just casually pulled out his underwear and sniffed.
Okay, this is bad. I'm up at school right now where I have been. I went to Nashville. Today's what? Oh my God, it's almost. So tomorrow's April 1st. I went to Nashville. I left for Nashville on the 1st of March, got back the 6th, I think. I still haven't done laundry or unpacked from that trip. And I've been wearing clothes, obviously, for the last 3 weeks since then.
Why is that obvious? You could be walking.
I'm just sitting in my closet right now, by my desk. And that's why I have underwear creeping out of the closet to my desk. So I sniffed that.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah. I'm
Life's not good when you have to do your own laundry, kids.
Oh, I imagine.
You don't do your own laundry?
No.
Oh, that's a nice life. Yeah. No, I started doing my own laundry young. My mom got me doing that when I was it was like a punishment one time. I got in trouble and she made me do my laundry for a week, and then it just was permanent after that. It just stayed. So I was like, all right, well, shit. I was 12 years old. I was like, all right, guess I'm doing my laundry now.
My 4 years at school have been a consistent cycle of how long can I put off laundry until I go home so my mom will do it. When is the next time I'm coming home?
So I was good with laundry. I've only done 1 semester on the road. I was good with laundry. Terrible at washing my sheets.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I did that probably twice.
Yeah, I
can't remember the last time.
My first 3 years of college, I probably did it on one hand.
Yeah.
Here I've done it 4 to 6 times, which is a lot. It's the total of the 3 years combined has been how many times I've done it this year.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's just it's never the priority, because the only time you think about it is when you're about to get in bed, and then you're like, hey,
oh, this shit smells.
Yeah, I'm tired.
I don't want to do this now. I want to go to bed. So it's
yeah.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah, I feel that. Well,
all right, let's wrap this thing up, boys.
Yeah, I was just about to say closing notes from either of you before we sign off.
No,
I'm brain dead.
All right, yeah.
Right.
We'll be back.
We're gonna try and do this once a week. It's fun. Just get something other than sports, like content, and get our opinions on just life in general. Well, it'll be a combination of like life and entertainment and funny stuff like it was today. I'm coming back home this weekend, so that we're gonna get a live show in this week. Our next show will all be together, so that'll be fun. We'll have a bunch for you then. We'll see you guys next week, and I'll let you guys anything you want to close it out.
Go ahead before I sign off.
I appreciate the opportunity to be on, fellas. A lot of fun. Hope to be back soon.
Yes, absolutely. All right. Peace.